Hello, my crafty friends. Today, I'd like to introduce to you another scrapbooking workshop kit that I have been working on for winter. This one's called Winter Meadows, and the papers are really beautiful. So let me go over the details of the supplies that you'll need, and let me show you some of the artwork as well. Well, this is a Winter Meadow paper pack, and I'm going to go into it a little bit more, and I'm using the pecan pie and clear ribbon adhesive back dots. These are really pretty. You can't really see, but it has a little um, design in the middle of each of them. Now, this is the Winter Meadows paper pack. I think it's 12.50, and you get two of these patterns, front and back of each one. So I've created a layout with this one and this one and this one and this one. And I still might do one of these. We'll see. Maybe both. I'm not sure. But I'm also incorporating some brand new 6x6 plaid paper that really works so well with these. These papers are gorgeous on their own, but let me show you what else we are going to do. We're also going to be adding this timeless plaid, and this is a new punch to the point label punch, and I'll show you how I use this, as well as the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder. Now, if you have something similar, go for it. That's all. Just let me show you what I'm using that's new. Now, these plaids are 6x6. You get 48 sheets. They're really beautiful in color. I like the array. You have blues, you have greens, browns, burnt orange, soft creams, soft blues, darker blues. You even have a little bit of a teal color, so it's really a nice colored collection of papers. And I'm excited to share with you some ideas on how to incorporate them into a 12 by 12 layout. Now, this is one of the stamp sets I'm using, which you can get for free with a $60 order during the celebration period. It's really a nice size. I've been fussy cutting the word day out. They're big, they're very easy to do. And then you have all of these other one-liners that work with it. So I am using them on the pages, but you can feel free to create whatever title you want. I'm also using the Peaceful Evergreen collection. Now, the stamp set is sold out, but the die cuts really are gorgeous. And you can use the Painted Trees embossing folder. I highly recommend it because you'll be able to use this image with these die cuts instead of the stamped trees if you didn't get that bundle already. But this is really beautiful, and it's a last chance deal, and it's $36 for this. And these trees are stunning. So here's the first layout I made. I love the motif of this paper pattern along the bottom, and I used those 6x6 plaids into 1x1 swatches to create this fun look. I did the die cutting bow. I stamped a little bit, so you can use any kind of textured stamp that you'd like. And I also added some sponging up here. And this is where I use that label punch you can see right here. Here is the page together so you can see, and there are those trees which are gorgeous, and I'm using a flip flap. Now flip flops are coming back as of January 7th, so check them out in the different sizes. You can see where I've used those gems and how I stamped the One Fine Day and those beautiful trees. And there's my flip flap. So I stamped this image. You can use any trees to stamp you want or not, but it's a journaling piece, and I did some hearts, and I know you girls have hearts. And there you have your flip flop open. So I used that punch, cut it in half to make them more like a flip flap holder. Here's the next set of pages, and I've used those pretty trees along in this paper pattern here. And these are stamped, but you can use the Painted Trees folder and actually sponge them, and you'll get a similar look. And I used white glitter paper on these die cut trees, but I sponged them, and I believe I used a little bit of Glacier Blue and Lagoon. I mean, they are really so, so pretty. But here you can see, oh, what a perfect day is stamped. And here's some 2x2s now with those plaids and some white. And I used that 3D embossing wave folder in order to create this look as well. And yes, definitely want to have a flip flap on these, but that's optional. And I can also tell you I used that punch right here for flip flap lifter, and I used it over here as well. Isn't that pretty? Another just great way to use those 6x6, incorporating them onto a 12x12 page. You can see everything right here. I added a 3x3 and those beautiful trees. And here you can see that punch. So I did the whole punch. Now you can see those little ribbon dots. They have this cute little ribbon in them. They're really pretty. A little bit more of that embossing folder and being torn. Definitely sponge this tree. So white glitter paper is being added on this. Now, yes, I stamped these trees, and that would be Glacier Blue and Lagoon. But once again, you can use the die cuts as well as the painted trees embossing folder to create that look if you do not have the trees to stamp. Now here's a 4x4 area with incorporating a couple of 2x2 photos, or you can do some more journaling if you'd like. Now you can see that swirl embossing folder down here as well. Now this page is just gorgeous. I didn't want to cut up this base page right here. You can see that the colors are the blues and the greens, and it made me think of winter because of that background that you see right here. Now here we're using 6x6 plaids and cutting one of them. And I also embossed the trees as well on here. And we'll show you a close-up. I did create a journaling pocket here as well, so you can see that a little bit closer right here. And there's my punch again. I do like this punch to use for even half of them, just to use as pulls on my flip-flaps and journaling spots. Now you can see the painted trees here are embossed and die cut. I did use the Wink of Stella clear shimmer brush on top of it to add a little bit more frostiness to these trees, and white glitter trees as well that are all die cut. Now you can see on the 6x6 paper where I did the painted trees embossing folder, and it just adds more texture to the paper. I stamped the word day and fussy cut it out. So easy to do in two-tone. I happen to use sapphire ink, or you could use Night of Navy, or even boho blue for a different color blue. Just more trees done the same way, the 3D embossing folder, the die cuts as well, white glitter paper, and Wink of Stella clear brush on top. So gorgeous. These trees are so pretty. You want to grab them before they're gone. And then you have a close-up just showing you, a lot of them are popped up, so you get a nice dimension on this layout as well. And this layout's really kind of cool that you could actually use, let me go back a minute, for more photos. You have 4x4 and 3x4 flip-flaps that you can use to add even more photos on this page. So let's go to pages 7 and 8. Some more blue, but now you can see these are different. It's a different pattern of paper, really pretty with the swatches. Now the plaids are used in a 4x4 size. So we're just trying different options on how to use those plaids. So here you can see them. And I did also use that wave embossing folder here and here. And now you can see all the trees. And I'm using the boho blue cardstock to do my trees, and then I'm sponging them in with the sapphire blue ink, and or you could use Night of Navy. Really pretty. And I use the sapphire blue glitter paper. So any kind of dark blue glitter paper would work, and I wanted to show you a close-up of the title. So here I stamped the word day, second generation, and Oh What A was done in sapphire on top. I used the die cut that comes in the Peaceful Trees with all the little holes, just to do something a little bit different. So, oh, what a day. And you'll notice there's no skiing or anything like that, ice skating. You could add any kind of those stamps or die cuts you want to change it out and really personalize the layout. I'm just showing you how to use these gorgeous trees. And we have the glitter here, the blue paper here sponged and clean, just so you can see the variety of what you can do. Some gems, the plaids, really gorgeous. Tearing the paper, adding those gems, using that wave. Creating a journal strip area for journaling all of your thoughts, places, people, just more trees, and basically that's it.